Hello, lovely people. It's your boy again, MD Kings Pedro, and you are watching Davcadotv. If this is your first time of watching anything on our channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you've not subscribed yet and you've been viewing our content, please do so to subscribe, like, and share our content before you leave the channel. We all know about the release of Vybz Kartel, the dancehall king of Jamaica, and it's a very good news. It's a good news for the Jamaicans to have their king of dancehall music back again. But there is something very thrilling about Vybz Kartel's stay in the prison, and we want to talk about it. Now, when you look at Africa like this, being in prison is one of the worst places. Prison is one of the worst places you can ever be in this part of Africa. And being in prison, you have nothing, no freedom for anything. You don't have anything, like you don't mingle with people outside. There's nothing that will go on in your life being in prison in Africa here. So being in prison in Africa here is hell. But then why I'm talking about this is, while Vybz Kartel was in prison, he was still recording songs, he was still releasing songs. People were working behind the scene, people were working behind the bars to put his songs out. While he was prison, he's still engineering songs, bringing, writing songs, making things happen. And that's one of the reasons why Vybz Kartel's music never died, even after staying for 13 years in prison. His music still lived on. In fact, the vibe is still there, the energy is still there, and it's so massive, man. So why Vybz Kartel was still in prison? He was releasing songs here and there. I think he went to prison, I think 2010. So it's been more than 12 years, about 13 years now, that Vybz Kartels have been in prison, but his music still lived on. Every year he releases song, like it's mad, man. All right, today I'm gonna take you through top 10 songs that were released by Vybz Kartels behind bars. Top 10 songs that were released by Vybz Kartel behind bars. That's behind bars when he was still in prison and he was working behind the scene. People were working behind the scene and he was dropping flows here and there. He had, in fact, being in prison gave him enough time to even write more songs, more than he ever did. All right, so we are going to dive into his music career in prison. All right, so let's start with the first one. The first one on the list is the Fever track, which was released in 2016, and he released it under the album The King of Dancehall. This track is one of the greatest hits of 2016, and honestly, if you have not streamed that track, try as much as possible to go stream that song. The next on the list is Summertime, which was released in 2011. That's 2011. I think this one he also released a video in year 2011, and this track is also another hit. If you have not streamed it, please rush now to go and stream it. And the next one, the third on the list, is Dance Hall, which was released in 2015 under the album Viking, into bracket Vibe is King. This also one of the trends of 2015. And the next on the list is Clarks featuring Popcan and Gaza Slim, which was released on 19 October 2011. Yeah, Clarks featuring Popcan and Gaza Slim, on released on 19th October 2011. This also another hit of 2011 from Vybz Kartel, Popcan, and Gaza Slim. The next on the list is Romping Shop featuring Spice, which was released in 2009 under the album Pon de Gaza. This also one of the hits of 2009, and it's one of the most popular songs in 2009. The next on the list is Coloring This Life, which was released in 2016 under the album King of Dancehall. Caroling This Life, released in 2016 under the album king of dancehall. The next on the list is Wine to the Top featuring Wizkid, released on 17 July 2017. Wine to the Top featuring Wizkid, released on 17 July 2017. The next on the list is Bicycle, released in 2010 under the album Pont de Gaza. Bicycle, released in 2010 under the album Pont de Gaza. The next on the list is Thank You Jah, released in 2010. This is also one of the hit tracks of Vybz Kartel in the year 2010. And the last on the list is Real Batman, released in 2003. Real Batman, released in 2003. This is one of the biggest track of Vybz Kartel, and if you're youth and you don't know this song, then I don't know what you are doing. So these are the list of Vybz Kartel's track that really trended well while he was prison. While some of them he released them while he was still in prison, some he released them before he went to prison, and now that he's out of prison, I know that he's coming out with a lot of energies. I know that he's coming out with a lot of things in mind, because it has been a very long year, 13 years, be 13 days. So honestly, we believe in the vibes, man. So I'm gonna take you through the list again. The number one on the list is Fever, which was released in 2016 under the King of Dancehall album. The next on the list is Summertime, released in 2011. The next on the list is Dancehall, released in 2015 under the Vibe is King album. The next on the list is Clarks featuring Popcorn and Ghanacelebrities, released in 19 October 2011. The next on the list is Ramping Shaw featuring Spice, released in 2009 under the Pon de Gaza album. The next on the list is Coloring This Life, released in 2016 under King of Dancehall album. The next on the list is Wine to the Top featuring Wizkid, released on 17 July 2017. The next on the list is Bicycle, released in 2010 under the Pont de Gaza album. The next on the list is Thank You Jah, released in 2010. And the last on the list is Real Batman, released in 2003. I hope you are going to stream these songs. It really makes sense, and when you stream these songs, you'll understand the reason why they call him the world boss. Vybz Kartel, the world boss, the king of Jamaican, the king of the world dancehall music industry. I hope this video makes sense to you. Please subscribe, like, and share. Go and stream this guy's song. Him coming out from the prison is a very big thing for the people of Jamaica, because there's a lot of opportunities to explore. So please don't forget to subscribe before you leave.